Hello, my name is Daniel, and this video is to show you a YouTube repair that was pronounced dead by the repairman after doing it several times for the customer, and the customer actually got charged 3 times, totaling up to about $85. Alright, this is the motherboard here. Okay, when we pull this camera down, we're going to get a good shot of it. Okay, it's a non-HDMI box. Okay, I got it out of the casing just to make it easier for you. Okay, I'm going to put some marks here. Okay, I'm going to scribble all over this board because it's kind of hard to replicate a scribble. To make it look exactly like the scribble that you had before. So let me get this pin back here. Alright, this is the scribble. Get the glare off of it. And that just ain't coming out very good. Alright, let's stand it up on the side, see how that works. Alright, yeah, much better. Alright, that's the scribble there. Pay real close attention to what that scribble looks like, because we're going to come back to it after I'm done. Here's another scribble. We scribbled on the chip here. Okay, and we scribbled down here. I wrote test right here, and we scribbled on the top of the USB tower right here. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. There we go. Alright, it makes it really hard to replicate, and you can easily see when I'm done with this. Hopefully, if everything goes well, when I'm done with it. The point I'm trying to make. Okay. Now, I've already done exactly. You know what? Let's scribble on the back side too. Alright. Alright. There. And we'll just kind of go around here. Alright, we're going to put a nice good sized scribble that would be impossible to copy. Alright. Just kind of take note of exactly where the scribbles land and wind up. There we go. I signed it right there. Okay. Now, like I was saying, I took the liberty of applying new thermal paste, Arctic Silver, beneath the heat sinks for the GPU and CPU, and retensioned these heat sinks back exactly as shown on all the bolting repair method videos. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what they tell you to do. We're going to plug up the power. My office is not set up with a TV anymore because I do all my repairs in the shop for the motherboards. But this should be sufficient just to prove a point. Okay. This box has 3 red lights. We're going to do exactly what they tell you to. Obviously there's no fan, so it's unplugged. we're going to let this box overheat. Starting to get hot. Yes, dear. Okay, we're going to pause this just long enough to allow this to, well, yeah, I'm going to wind up shortening this video just to allow it time to overheat maybe. Woo! The other components are getting really hot. Hope I don't burn out a component and then destroy the box. Okay, CPU is getting really hot. GPU is getting pretty hot too. Should be overheating pretty quick here. And do just exactly the same way that they show you to do it. Oh, finally it overheated. I think. Let's make sure. Zero, 2, 0. Yeah, it did overheat, so we're going to need to let it cool down.
I still managed to get you some. I know, but the key is when you pick them up, when there's no cover.
We're going to let that cool off. Hopefully we didn't fry anything on the board. and we'll plug it up in a few minutes. Okay, it's pretty cool, so we're going to plug it up and see if it worked. Nope, still didn't work. Now let's go take it to the BGA Welder and see what we can get done with it. Okay, let's show you the board marks. Board mark 1, 2, okay. Just went ahead and left the bolts, reused the bolts, same as they all do, because I already know this board was baked so many times that the likelihood of a permanent or long-lasting repair of the solder beneath the chips is likely useless, because it was baked so many times that it would no longer ever go green for any good length of time. Okay, now you just witnessed a Xbox 360 not work with the powered reflow, yet after running through a BGA welder, we're green again. Alright, so that should tell you something right there. Okay, let's unplug this. And we're going to show you one more time the scribbles that we did. So, overheating it did not correct the issue, because they had overheated it using the power of the box so many times that it caused so much crystallization of the solder that it would no longer work. Okay, I ran it through the BGA welder and now it works perfectly fine. Now what does that tell you? That tells you that obviously a BGA welder is a vastly superior repair for obviously the cracked solder. And it also tells you, because the original owner of this box had his box repaired, it lasted a few months, it went out, had it repaired again, lasted a couple of weeks. Had it repaired again, lasted a couple of days. Had it taken in for repair again. The guy told him it was no longer repairable, that it had burned out the chip entirely. I just did I renewed the thermal paste using good thermal paste beneath the heat sinks. Overheated the box the same as if they would have if they were attempting another repair. The overheating of the box did not work because the heat is not sufficient enough to heat the solder beneath the chips to a proper temperature for a reflow. All it does is cause serious and extensive damage to the solder itself by creating even more crystallization. Right? The temperature required for a reflow is way above what this box can create on its own. Not to mention the fact that using the power of the box can burn out individual components all the way around. And obviously you've seen my video regarding the use of bolts and how dangerous it can be on these second and third repairs, because all they do is tighten them up a second or third time. They'll tighten them up tighter and tighter and tighter each time, or sometimes on the first time they tighten it up, you hear that little pop on the inside and the box is gone forever because it pulled the contact off of the circuit board. Alright, so hopefully this will give you an idea as to why you have to have a BGA welder. Alright, heat guns, that's a little obvious. There's absolutely no way to control or predict the amount of heat that you get from these guns. There are ways to improve your odds with an IR thermometer, but it is still not going to get you anywhere near the accuracy and temperature control of a BGA welder. Alright, so again, hopefully this will keep you from doing a YouTube repair on your box and or allowing anybody else to do a YouTube repair on your box. Okay? Thank you very much. Safe gaming.